Welcome to episode 5 of solving common entrance practice question. In this episode, we will be solving 10 entrance questions, and I hope that by the end you will also gain a thing or two. So let's go straight. The first one says find the area of a circle whose diameter is 21 centimeter. So the area of a circle is pi r square by r square. So don't forget that the circle has a diameter running through the center. The line that runs through the center is called the diameter. But when diameter is divided into 2, it gives you 2 radii. So one radius will be diameter divided by 2, which is 21. In this case, 21 divided by 2, and that will give us 10.5 or 10.5. Okay, so if it's 10.5, so let's substitute that into the values in here. So 22 over 7 times 10.5, but I will turn that to a fraction. So 105 over 5 over 10, sorry, because of the one decimal place, and then because it is squared here, I will also do 105 divided by 10 here also. So doing this 7 here will give me 1, and 7 here will give me 15. Then 5 here is a 2, and 5 here it's a 3. 2 here is 1, and 2 here is 11. So I'm going to leave this way instead of using 5 to divide this, so that it will be much easier for me to turn it into a decimal by the time I'm ready. Alright, so our numerators there will be 11 times 3 times 105, and that will give us 3, 4, 6, 5. Yeah, 3,465 over 10. So it's much easier because we have 1 0 here, so the decimal place from outside moves in right here, so it becomes 346.5 centimeters square. So that's how you solve for that. Let's go to the next one. The next one says a car travels at 120 kilometers in 2 hours. Calculate the speed in meters per second. Okay, remember that speed is distance over time. If you have not done that, average speed is distance over time. So you have to calculate that first. You can actually do it in 2 ways. You can change your, because you are asked to calculate is in meter per second. You have to convert your kilometer here to meters, and then your 2 hours to seconds. You get it? So if you do that, 120 in meters is going to be 120 kilometers times 1000. So that will give us 120,000 times 1000. 1000 meters is 1 kilometers. Okay, so 120,000 there divided by the time. Yeah, you have to do this because 60 seconds make 1 minute, and 60 minutes makes 1 hour. 120 minutes makes 2 hours, and converting that to be 120 times 60. So 7,200 seconds gives us 2 hours. So I want to believe that you already know how to do that conversion of time. So 2 zeros there takes out 2 zeros, and of course 12 here is 1, so I'm having 100 left up there, and 12 here is 6, right? So 2 can still go. 2 here is 3, and 2 in 100 is 50. So I'm having 50 over 3. And 50 over 3, 53 in 5 is 1, in 20 is 6. 2 over 3. So 16, 2 over 3 meters per second. You can also change that to decimal if you want. Okay. Question 3. Question 3 says find the value of t in this. Don't get confused. Alright. So when you want to do this, you have to open the bracket first by using this to multiply each of this inside the bracket. So this multiplies this and 7 also multiplies this. So let's see how that goes. 7 times t over 5 is 7t over 5, because the 7 multiplies the t up there. And of course 5 cannot divide 7, so you leave it that way. Then 7 also multiplies the 3, so that's 21. So that gives us a 35 there. So here, moving forward, the 21 goes to the other side. It carries a plus here. At the other side, it becomes a minus. So that will give us 35 minus 21, which is a 14 actually. So 14. And at this other side, don't forget that I'm having 70 divided by 5. So since I have a fraction at this left hand side, it will be very important for me to also change this to a fraction. So 14 over 1 is still 14, like we have there. So follow me. So what we do here is a cross multiplication. So when we cross multiply that, that will give me a 70 times 1 is 70, and at the other side I'm going to be having 5 times 14, which is 70. Alright, so looking for t here, I have to divide both sides by 7 to eliminate the 7 inside the t there. So this divides this, so that will be t definitely be 70 over 7, and that is 10. You can cross check if instead of putting a t here, since our t is 10, put a 10 here. This will mean that 10 over 5 is 2 plus 3 is 3 here. That will give us a 5, and this 7 multiplies the 5 to give us 35. So our answer is correct. Let's go to the next one. Simplify 9b square c square divided by 12b times c times c. All right, so let's look at this. So you have to expand. Expansion means that you do this. 9 times b square is b times b. 9 times b square is b times b, and c square is definitely c times c. So as you have expanded the numerator, you also expand the denominator like that. Then times, we only have 1b here, and then of course 3 c's times c times c and times c. Okay, so it's a division, so a b up cancels a b down, so this b still remains because there is no other b to cancel it out with. All right, so c takes out one c. You see I'm doing it one by one, so that's how you have to do it. C again takes out one c. Don't cancel 2 c's up and then cancel 3 c's down. No, one will only cancel 1. You get it? So, and for our numbers, I think 3 can divide this. 3 is 3 and 3 is 4. So that will mean at the top I'll be having 3 times b, and that is 3b, and at the bottom, which is the denominator, I'll be having 4 times c. There's no other letter there, so that'll be 4c. Nothing else can divide this. There's no common factor between both of them. So that is your final answer. Now I have to expand this for you because it's probably the first time you're seeing this question, and I want you to also learn. That is why I expanded it. Moving forward, you might not need to expand. You might just look at it. This is 2 B's and this is 1 B, so that means that I have to take one away from the B here, so it will remain a B here. Mentally you can do that, and it means a C down here, because I'm having 2 here and I'm having 3 here. If I take 2 out of the 3 here, it will remain a 1 down here. So mentally you can do that without touching your biro or pencil, and then you find the common factor between 9 and 12, and then you move on from there. So let's go to question 5. Question 5: if P is 7, Q is 5, and R is 3. So we substitute the values of all these into that expression up there. So P square, since P is 7, so P square will be 7 square plus 2Q squares. That's 2 times 5 square. Q is 5. 2 times 5 square, then plus R cube, which is R is 3, and we cube that. So this is 49 plus 5 square is 5 times 5, then times 2. 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 2 is 50, and then 3 square is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, so 27 here. Okay, so adding this all together will give me 49 plus 5 plus 50, sorry, that would be 99, and 99 plus 27, 7 and 9 gives 16. Write it down and keep 1, and then 9 plus 2 is 11, plus that's 1 is 12, so 126. Final answer. Okay, question 6 says find the square root of 2 1/4 plus the cube root of 3 whole number 3 over 8. Okay, so the first step to do here is to turn all these mixed fractions, these 2 mixed fractions, into improper fractions. So this will give me 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1, 9. 4. Don't forget to add your square roots there, and then plus the cube root of 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. 27 over 8, and this is a cube root, not a square root. Cube root. Alright, so the square root of 9/4, that's the square root of 9 is 3, and of course the square root of 4 is 2. So that's done. When we go to the cube root is that number that adds itself 3 times to get 27, and that is 3. 3 times 3 times 3 gives 27, so 3 up here, and then 2 times 2 times 2 gives 8, so 2 down here. So when you look at this, there's no need to go through the long method of using your LCM and all that. You have the same denominator, just pick one of it. So 2, 2, just pick one, and then you add the numerators. So 3 plus 3 is 6, so 6 over 2. Final answer 3. Question 7. Decrease 1 kilogram 50 grams by 20%. So to do this, you have to change this 1 to a gram. So of course that's 1000 grams. And if you are going to add, you have to add this, so that will give me 1050 grams. We are going to do 20% of that, which is 20 over 100. So this takes out this of 0 and 0. You can't cancel the 0 at the middle of the space. So that will give me 2 times 105, which should be 210 grams. That's not your final answer. Remember, you are asked to decrease. So what you will do in this case is to take this away from this 1 kilogram 50 grams, which is 1050 grams. So you take it away from it, decrease it. Okay, taking this away will give me 0 here, a 4 here, and 10 minus 2 is 8. So our final answer after decreasing is 840 grams. 840 grams. Question 8. Question 8 says express 20.25% as a fraction in its lowest term. Okay, so this should be 20.25% is 20.25 divided by 100. So I have to go through this long method so that you understand the concept. Much later you can do it faster. Okay, so to the lowest term, you cannot divide this, right? So what you will do in this case is that you have to first turn this one, the numerator, into a fraction, which would be 2025 divided by 100. This 100 here is not this one. So this 100 here is not this. Is the 100 gotten when I removed these decimals out. You see the decimal point is not here. So this 100 now will be written, this one at the denominator here will be written like this. So this will now give us 25 over 100. All right, so as for this part here, so we change this division to multiplication, and then we invert this. That's 100 over 1 will be changed to 1 over 100. Hope you're following with that. Okay, so this will give us 2025, and 100 times 100 will give us 10,000. So now let's start reducing to the lowest term. Okay, so in this case you'll just have 5. Yeah, 5 here will give us a 4, and 0 and 5. This, and 5 here will give me 2 and 0, 0, 0. So I'm going to use 5 again. 5 here is 81, and 5 here is 400. So that is my final answer. No other number can divide, no other factor, sorry, can actually divide both numerator and denominator. So you need my answer as 81 over 400. Next question. Okay, simplify this. This is pretty easy to do. So just look to your numerators and denominators and cancel out the common ones. So Q takes out Q, D takes out D, and R here takes out R. So you must, like I said, always use your denominator to cancel out the numerators to cancel out denominators. You don't use numerators to cancel out numerators, or denominators to cancel out denominators. It has to be up to down. Okay, so that will give me P times P up at the numerator side, and at the denominator side we're going to be having E times E. Well, the P's and the E's actually saying no, we are still here. So P times P is P squared, and E times E is E squared. So that is your final answer. Question 10, the last one. How many minutes are there between 11:27 a.m. and 1:18 p.m.? Alright, so this is a 12-hour clock, p.m., a.m., and all that. So you have to always change your p.m. to the 24 hours time, which includes the GMT. So you have to add 12 hours to this. 12:00, and that will give me a 13:18. I'm sure you must have seen some digital watches reading time like this. So if you add this, just subtract to know the number of hours and minutes, and then you change to or to minutes later. So 13:18 subtracting, sorry, this shouldn't be there after you convert the PM leaves. So 13:18 subtracting 11:27. I'm sure in year 4 or year 5 thereabout, you must have done addition and subtraction of time. Okay, so let's subtract this. Well, 18 cannot subtract 27, so we have to borrow 1 hour from here. So but when 1 hour comes to this place, it becomes 60 minutes, because this is actually hour and minute. So when 1 hour leaves this place, it comes to the other side as minutes. So 1 hour changes to 60 minutes. So 60 minutes is added to this 18, and 60 plus 18 should be 78. So this will change to 78. So 8 minus 7 is a 1, and 7 minus 2 is 5. And of course 12 minus 11 is 1. So I'm having 1 hour 51 minutes. So you have to change everything to minutes, because the question is asking you for how many minutes. So 1 hour to minutes is 60 minutes, and already we have 51 minutes already here. So we just add that together. So that will give me 111 minutes. Alright, so 111 minutes are there between 11:27 a.m. and 1:18 p.m. Okay, so we've come to the end of solving these 10 questions, and as usual you have 6 questions to try out very quickly. Just follow the steps, you get them. There are questions that look like the ones that we have solved right now. Send your answers to my email in the description. Thank you. See you again next episode.